Hello and welcome to another update video about gold. So gold broke below the support level here at 1826. Not too much of a surprise. I highlighted to you in the last video that unless it really breaks above that 1853 level, we can't really start talking about a reversal. And that obviously this strong pullback into support increases the risk of breaking down and maybe even of making new lows. Now, making a new low is now certainly back on the table. However, not necessarily the primary expectation at this stage. We can still count the move to the upside as an impulse. And we are going to talk about now what is probably what are the next possible steps here for gold. Certainly this trend reversal wasn't used by gold. It pulled back deeper now than the 78.6 retracement. Certainly, traditionally, from a traditional interpretation point of view, you would say this 1-2-1-2 setup isn't invalidated because it hasn't broken below the beginning of the wave 1. But I'm taking it out now because it broke below, as you can see here, below the 78.6 retracement. Something I warned you could happen. So unfortunately, it has happened, which, however, allows everybody to enter maybe at a lower price, which again is the good thing about it, right? So we can count the move to the upside alternatively as wave 1. Talked about that in previous videos, that should we pull back below the key support area, we have to see it as a deeper wave 2. Okay, so that is now the larger pullback a lot of people waited for, because gold didn't really give us that strong pullback on this way up. Now, one interpretation, I'll show you a couple of interpretations how we can understand this. So the first one would be that we are now heading down here and that the move in the structure here is to be understood as, let me just see off this high, as an A wave here, B wave here, and that we now come down in a C wave, which could be nearly finished. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Oops. And then we need to be watching, is this the wave 2? Okay, are we coming down now in a wave 2, or are we coming down in an A wave? So I'm going to actually highlight that here as an alternative. A, that would be my alternative. We are going to move up in a B and then come down eventually in a C. And then we would have the wave 2 also finished here. Yeah? So this is sort of, yellow is sort of the alternative. Primary would be that the wave 2 finishes here because we have pulled back in what you could consider an ABC structure. But of course we won't know until we see the rally, because it will depend on, is the rally going to be impulsive or corrective? But either way, I would say in both scenarios, we should see some decent upside here shortly. And then we can make the call, is it a corrective upside? And anybody who enters maybe here for a long trade or so could then start to scale out in resistance. Or is it looking impulsive? And then we are in a third wave, because the next wave up should be a third wave. It should be quite strong, should be quite impulsive. So what are the key support areas now? So if we talk about that, this here is, okay, let me just adjust that. Oops. Don't find the, okay. So if we talk about, okay, this here on the way is an A wave, yeah, then you would typically expect that A wave to reach the area between the 38.2 and the 50% retracement. So for an A wave, we should hold ideally 1796, okay? Just that you know that. I will, however, put the larger support area for wave 2 now on the chart. Okay, so yes, basically this one here. So this could finish at any time, yeah, because I will actually add the 38.2 retracement as well, because it could just be the A wave. So we need to be ready. If we hit the 1796 area now, this is the next possibility for it to turn around, yeah. And then we need to, so basically expectation would be to hit 1796. Then we need to be watching are we turning around? And if we do, is it impulsive on the way up? We will be able to see that most likely after a few waves, or does it look correctively? If it's impulsive, the wave 2 was probably in. If not, it's just a B wave. But this is a trend reversal area. Ideally, I would like to see a reaction here shortly, but we can specify that a bit further by looking at the length of the A wave. We go to the high of the B wave. Yeah, and an ideal target here would be the 1-to-1 ratio. We talk here about the $1,800 level. That's pretty close to 1796. So somewhere here, we should ideally see a reaction. If not here, next possibility would be at 1754. That's the golden ratio. Or at 1739. That's the 1.618 extension. I'm actually going to add that on the chart as a dotted line here. These two. And by the way, if we don't see a strong reaction to the 50% retracement, it emphasizes the primary expectation that because a wave 2 would normally, a wave 2, the minimum I would expect for a wave 2 is the 50% retracement. If it drops below that, it's most likely not a wave A anymore. Then we are here already sort of towards the end of the wave 2, yeah. This can pull back to the 78.6 retracement. If it goes below that, then we have to talk bear mode here, because then, but it would most likely not come down in a straight line. Then we have to talk about the move up was probably just a correction and we're coming down in a 5-wave move and make new lows. But it's a bit too early to really talk about that or to confirm it. We need to keep it in mind. It really is all about this support area now. Does this hold or not? It's a bit like where we talk about Bitcoin, you know, this larger wave 2 support area on the Bitcoin chart here as well. When you get a wave 1 rally, it's the wave 2 that will tell you, are we back in an uptrend or not? If this holds now, 1694 needs to hold, which doesn't mean we have to get down that low, but this level needs to hold. Somewhere here we need to turn around, and if we do, then this is a good confirmation that you could say the bear market low was already in. Okay, that's my update about gold. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership and also make sure that you check out our Twitter and Instagram more crypto online channels for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.